Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. It is now week 5 for Collegiate Star League's Varsity group stage, and this is league play. I am Meet and Greek. Join with me tonight is the one, the only Ninja Rider. Curtis, how you doing?
Wait, there's not another Ninja Rider? There has to be.
I don't believe so, and if there is, then we gotta do something about that.
We gotta do it. You know college students that are in law, right? Of course.
Oh
anyway,
yeah. Actually, speaking of a college student in law, there's one in this lobby tonight.
Well, there you go. See, LSU versus the University of Oregon. The Ducks have been looking pretty good lately, and they're taking on one of the powerhouses in Collegiate Rocket League tonight. I don't know. I'm expecting kind of a split game.
I think that this game is going to be very tough. I think LSU, they're coming into this game, they're very confident. I was just talking to a couple of the LSU boys before this series. Mainly it was Low Tech and T Bates, and they were telling me that they don't really feel that much pressure, other than the fact that both teams here are both undefeated. So there's a little bit of pressure on that. You got to keep that undefeated record, of course. You want to keep that top seed going towards playoff contention. But remember, folks, there's 20 conferences here in this league play group stage, and this is conference number 12. So there's a lot of Rocket League to be had. But I think with that, let's get right into game one. Here's the best of 5 minutes on the clock. Ninja, take this one away. Let's get right into this.
All right, let's get right into it indeed. The players are a little antsy to get this thing going, so let's do it. Kickoff already happening. Thought there might be a little bit of a pass there on the LSU side, but a pass from Oregon. Leland blocked away by Donnie. T-Bates off the wall, a little bit of a slow play, looking for the pass. Donnie is centered. It'll go in anyways.
And right here, this is where you have to be a little bit careful when you're facing LSU. Their team plays are so dominant, and Skippy had a great opportunity to make a play on that. Unfortunately, he just couldn't get up in time because T-Bates to Donnie is so fast. You've got to be on your toes.
Yeah, and Donnie was kind of creeping up right there. I wasn't even quite sure that was going to be a pass. Turns out there will be a touch and in. Less than 30 seconds, and already LSU are on the board, realizing just how important this is. As T-Bates is up now, looking for the tap off of the backboard. Thought there might be a push here from Ducks. A little bit of a duck push. Are we going to have Mighty Ducks references? That's what I want to know.
Oh, we can have as many as you want, but
all right.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of possession play from LSU, some great pass plays coming out. I'm really liking it. Let's see if Oregon can go ahead here and really start to turn this one around. But we're only 1 minute into this game.
Yeah, LSU, though, just applying pressure like crazy, wanting to get that early lead. Zinga can't get the touch. He's looking for Low Tech is up, and Leland can't get the block out. It was a good idea, just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, and I bet he didn't see Low Tech coming in from behind him. Poor Skippy. You thought he had the clear on this one, but man, he comes right out of nowhere to throw that on. And again, look at who's assisting this play. It's T-Bates. Gotta be careful of him. He's gonna throw that ball anywhere on the field, and these LSU boys will be able to go up and get it.
And the team synergy between LSU is so important. Guys still eligible to play. We've seen a lot of top teams either graduate or have to focus on their studies, so they've had to kind of cut back on the Rocket League. But these three have been so dominant for such a long time. As Skippy gets one past Low Tech. Wasn't expecting the defense there for LSU.
Yeah, and I thought actually everyone was back on LSU. It's very strange, but Donnie came out. He's the last man and kind of put Low Tech in a weird position because he jumps up for the ball. But Skippy is just able to throw that one into the net, knowing that there's not much Low Tech can do there. He's the last one back, and it was pretty much a cherry-pick goal. So I really like that from Oregon. They're going to make this one a tough series. I don't want LSU to just glide through this.
Of course not. Low Tech, yeah, he ends up running the field. Leland just couldn't get there in time. And right here off of the wall, T-Bates, a great move to just move it towards the net. And it looked like Skippy and Leland slightly out of position. So Low Tech just taking the shot. If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, moves to the corner anyways. And they'll be able to start applying more pressure. It goes in, and so they'll take that. A 2-goal lead indeed. It's pretty solid here. The Ducks have been a little bit iffy on the defense, but they're starting to reorganize themselves and starting to get used to the speed that LSU can play. As Lowtech pops up for this, he will get the touch, and the bouncer play works out.
Yeah, and just taking a look at what happened here on this play, just a slight bit of hesitation coming in from Skippy. He was the last one, really, because Zynga was up in the air. He was down right below it. He just didn't get up in time or just up at all to go and make a save. So that's something you just got to go and try to make an attempt on that ball because, hey, you never know. You might be able to hit that one away.
Donnie out of the corner. Lowtech is up. Leland realizing he had to get there, cuts off the shooting lane, but it's still open here. T-Bates gets it through two. This is turning into a domination station here for LSU.
And T-Bates, you know, fun fact about T-Bates, he's playing a new car. He doesn't play the Dominus usually. He plays the Octane. So, hey, it's swapped over for him, and it's working out great.
It seems to be working out pretty fantastic. It's not the strongest touch in the world, but it's all it needed to go in. Domination... or the Dominus, I should say. One of those cars that you do have to be pretty accurate with the narrow, sort of not tall nose. It's a bit of a short nose, especially compared to the Octane, that flat front end. But Donnie also in the Dominus, trying to get some power on that from the midfield. Zynga, nice little clearance. Still not safe, and we've not even hit halftime. It's already a 4-goal lead, and LSU are not relenting at all. As T-Bates pops up for this, just keeping it on the offensive end. You would think, mate, that they would want to kind of slow down just a touch. Just make sure that they hold the lead for now, especially as time starts to wind down.
I don't know about that one because on LSU's agenda, it's just pressure, pressure, pressure. That's how they play. That's their play style, and they work it so well. Their ideology is that they just keep up that offensive pressure. They don't have to play any defense. It works for them really well.
So with 2 minutes to spare, starting to look a little bit faint here as T-Bates, nice little touch. That was reminiscent of Kev Pert's aerial car control right there. Yes, I was totally not doing that right before the game started. Not at all. Donnie over to T-Bates though. Thought that might be a shot coming through, but they have kind of relented a bit. Donnie racing back. Skippy had a chance there. Probably could have got a little bit more speed. It looked like he ran out of boost, though.
You got to rely on those dodges forward and make sure you keep up that speed. But right now, LSU starting to lose a little bit of momentum. I'm curious to see if Oregon can capitalize and maybe start to gain it back.
Great move there by T-Bates. It was a bit of a fake. I mean, he totally missed it, let's face it. But there was no pressure from the University of Oregon, so there's no real reason to totally go for that as Lowtech pops up for that. Bit of a shot, just kind of moving on to the offensive end. Bit of a slow play. Skippy looking for Leland. It'll be Lowtech to intercept. Minute timer goes off, and University of Oregon need to push now. They can't. Have got to find some accuracy, though. A triple commit in the box. T-Bates trying to bounce it off Lowtech to clear it out.
Man,
And
LSU. LSU was put on their heels right there, Ninja, but they had so much time because they're doing so well with the boost control. And I'm just taking a look at where all the LSU boys are driving around
nice
the map. Oh, I ate my words almost. But on this play here, things started to change up a little bit for them. T-Bates got stuck a little bit on the wall there. And, you know, that's just a really great touch there from Skippy to be able to float that one in.
Yeah, they kind of collided into each other, but it worked out. So,
yeah,
honestly, who cares at that point? And so now it's a 3-goal lead, 30 seconds left. You know, we've seen stranger things happen, but honestly, University of Oregon is not pushing all that hard. They're playing slow. Let's face it. There's some lack of tenacity, I think, is the word I'm looking for.
Well, it could be a lot of different things here. It could be the fact they're playing LSU, so therefore they already have that little bit of a factor in them, like, oh man, we're playing LSU, we can't make any mistakes. And that in itself kind of affects your own tempo. Also, LSU is just really controlling the speed of the game. They're doing a fantastic job with that.
Oh, signs of life here. Leland, nice pass play from across the pitch. Okay, let's go.
And this is going to be big for momentum going into game 2 here because Oregon, yes, they can score 3 goals on LSU. They just can't let them score 5. And 5 goals, no matter what, is a huge amount to give up in a game. If you give up 5 goals in a game, you're doing something wrong on defense, whether it's with your rotation or you're just playing a little too slow like you were talking about earlier. So I think Oregon, they just got to adjust those things, play a little faster, because in those moments that we saw them playing faster, they were playing very well and they were getting team plays off. So there's still plenty of opportunities for them. So I think actually our players requesting a West server, which we will, I believe, allow. So we'll have to remake this lobby so we can keep talking, Ninja. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of content on these two teams. I was just talking to both of them.
Please go for it, man. We're just making sure the players have
confirmation.
That you want a West server, and that LSU I mean, they have to say that they will do that as well. So teams have agreed to go on to the West server, University of Oregon. And me being on the West Coast, I understand. For some reason, West to East, not great. You see a lot of lag spikes, and just
we need central servers.
We do need central servers really bad. Come on, James Bot. I know you have the pull for this. But East to West usually isn't too bad. It's definitely better. But
I've seen EU players get better ping on East servers than West players have gotten on East servers. That in itself tells me something, especially when the internet connection is coming through a line through the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Or even through satellites. I mean, it's kind of absurd, if I'm honest with you. But obviously, there's a whole lot of networking going on for us to even understand that. So
I took a class. I took a class on it.
You took a class, huh?
I took a class. I took a class on digital communications. I know a little bit what happens. Well, I was talking to Zynga, my apologies, before this series. I asked him how he felt going into this game, and he told me, from the Ducks' perspective, we are coming in confident, but we understand that this will be our toughest matchup to date in the CSL. So, you know, this is a tough matchup. They made a good run there at the end of that game. Let's see if they can bring that momentum into game 2, as we're going to put a fresh 5 minutes on the clock. Ninja, take this one away.
Said a fresh 5 minutes, and West servers might help things out. And I'm taking a look at the pings, and everybody's pretty even, actually. So we'll have to see how this goes, as already LSU starting to apply some pressure. But again, the University of Oregon definitely a lot quicker to the ball. They're playing with a little bit more confidence. That could be a bit of a game changer here, as LSU trying to figure themselves out just a little bit. Donnie with a follow-up. Shuts down Zynga, but T-Bates was a little bit out of position for that play, and so no shot comes out. Skippy towards the net. That'll go high. Double!
Ooh.
Yeah, MVP of the game again is the goalpost.
You know, really, and hey, we're starting to see Oregon wake up, and I'm loving this. You know, game 1, it's a best of 5, so plenty of time to make your adjustments. But game 1, most of the time, we see this a lot. It's more of a feeler game. You make your adjustments into game 2, then you really start getting into this series. So I'm actually very excited to see how the Ducks take this game 2 and see if they can keep up this momentum.
That said, LSU can readjust mid-game. We've seen them do it. I mean, they take a minute or two to kind of figure out how the other team is going to play, and then they'll adjust and how they attack the ball as T-Bates goes from the ceiling. Now, Donnie looking for it. Skippy is there. Goal kind of open as Leland is back on the backboard as Zynga gets massively slung out of the play. It'll be Donnie and Leland. Donnie moves it past. Skippy thought about it, but he decided to back out of there. Already more than a minute and a half has elapsed as LSU trying to mount some pressure. They're not getting the touches that they were getting in the last game. As T-Bates towards the net. Zynga stopped it on the goal line, but he manages to keep that going. Oh, Leland really needed that touch. He could have sent towards the corner or just away from Donnie, but he can't quite get.
Yeah, I saw this coming from a mile away. This is a classic low-tech to Donnie setup here. He was waiting on the other side of the field. All Donnie had to do was throw it over there. And my goodness, excellent team pass. I think LSU is going to wake up after that one.
LSU does like to be in the lead. We know that historically. When they do go down a couple of goals, they get a little bit frustrated and things kind of fall apart a little bit. But now they have that 1-goal lead. Slight bit of cushion. We might see them take a couple of more risks, which these Ducks need to be ready for it. Low tech to Donnie, shut down by Zynga. Good read there. Nice clearance as well from Oregon. And right back into the orange side is LSU. Can they do anything with it? Donnie is up. Don't get out of Low Tech's way. Skippy is there, but so is T-Bates. T-Bates and Leland clash in the midair. It will be Leland to do Skippy. Donnie is there.
Oh, what?
Not a great save. Can they do anything with it? No. Low Tech grabs the boost, and off the wall we go. Low Tech with the carry. Gets it past one. Can't get past Leland. T-Bates looking for a shot. It's weak. Off the bottom of that Dominus. He's had a little bit of trouble with it the whole series. We've already got just about 2 minutes left. With a 1-goal game, servers definitely making a difference here.
Hey, you know, it could be the servers, or it could be the adjustments coming out from Oregon.
And a bullet.
Look at this. This is an excellent demo here on the play, actually, to get Low Tech out of this game. Oh, my apologies, not Low Tech. Look at this, Donnie.
T-Bates.
There's T-Bates.
Yeah.
Yo, these players playing fast. I'm loving this from Oregon. They're really bringing it back into it. They tied it up with LSU. They stopped them from scoring 5 goals this game. I think that's a very excellent job. Very excellent readjustment here. But there's still plenty of time left in this game. I don't want to say anything about it because LSU can turn this way around really quickly.
It's a matter of getting those consistent touches. That could be an own goal. T-Bates. Skippy clash right there in the box. Leland moves it past one. Donnie is right there. Popped up. Zynga can't get there in time. Wasn't quite expecting that. T-Bates got the faster read. Donnie sends it away finally. We might have a bit of an overtime here as we're coming up on a minute left. Donnie towards the net. Leland is right there. Send it away. It'll be Low Tech. Setting it up. T-Bates a weak touch. Do Skippy right there. Low Tech right back at him, and Bardowski in.
Low Tech is so savage on this play, and you can tell because Skippy thought he had so much time to be able to throw this one away, but nope. Low Tech is like, oh, I'm going to take this one and just tap that one in. 1 minute left. LSU 1-goal lead. I don't want to say anything here, Ninja, but I think if they can keep up this momentum and keep the tempo up, I think LSU's going to be able to take this one.
Oh, towards the center again. Donnie will back out. Nice clear from the Ducks. It'll be Zynga to challenge Low Tech. This is oddly centered. Leland needs to come in, but Skippy got in the way. The rotation cut might work out for him here as Leland looking for the double. Donnie sends it away, looking for Low Tech. Low Tech doesn't get the touch he was looking for as the triple commit by Oregon in the corner will not net them much movement. Donnie trying to play off Zynga. That leaves it for T-Bates. Sends it to the side. Perfect time killer here as Leland takes control. Donnie and T-Bates getting in position. It'll be Leland. Can't do anything with it. Donnie got the dunk. Right back onto the Oregon side. Zynga sending it away. Low Tech looking for T-Bates. Nice challenger. Great 50 by Low Tech. Sets it up for T-Bates. Towards the net. Towards Low Tech. And Skippy and Leland managed to knock it away. Skippy with a credit. Low Tech control. There was a triple commit. A big push there to try to tie this one up in the closing seconds. And it will be LSU to shut that down.
Hey, you know what? 10 seconds left. You have to put everything you can at that net. Unfortunate there for Oregon as Low Tech is able to steal that one away and really seal this game off. But we're going to go into a Game 3 situation now where Oregon's going to have to reverse sweep LSU. Not many teams can say they've done that, but I'm really, really impressed with Oregon with this game. I know that it's now 4-1. I almost want to not count that last goal there because they're kind of just throwing bodies at that ball at that point. But they really slowed down LSU this game. And I think they're starting to really understand how the Tigers work as a team, and they're starting to counteract that. So I really do like that. But I also have to give LSU a whole lot of credit because they went into this one, and this game started out real slow. But then as soon as they saw what Oregon was doing, the adjustments were made. And this was what you were talking about earlier. They can make those mid-game adjustments. That's what makes LSU so deadly because they don't have to wait until the next game to start playing a little differently. Like, they're like, oh, our team passes aren't working or anything. Oh, no, we'll start doing solo plays. Oh, we'll keep the team passes. We'll bring them right back. We'll just start taking your boosts. You know, they'll play a little more aggressive. You demo us, we'll bump you back. You know, that kind of thing. So, got to give LSU a lot of credit because they were able to change that style up. So, I know T-Bates is happy to be here.
Yeah.
I was talking to him, and he told me that this was his first match that his quote that I've been on stream in forever. So hey, Tyler,
All right then.
Keep it up. And then actually, I have another quote, and that's from Lowtech because we haven't seen him play with Tyler lately on stream. He said, "I'm ready to play, comma, with Tyler."
Comma.
It was when he
I
was
like
telling me
that.
this. There was a
Comma.
very like large pause between that. So when he was telling me this,
But not Donnie. Donnie, nah, Donnie, no
I
way.
actually didn't get to talk to Donnie. He needed to play his match, do the work, and get out. I respect that.
You know, it seems to be the way that they operate, and it works out for them
Oh yeah.
as these guys can keep up with each other kind of naturally. As we move here into Game 3, though, LSU trying to close out the series. I mean, they can do it. I wouldn't say easily because these Ducks have been making adjustments, and it does kind of seem like there are a couple of issues here and there here for the Ducks that can be ironed out, and they can really become a huge contender once this particular round robin season kind of ends and we move into the tournament phase. But already 30 seconds into this, and we're starting to see a lot more offense from the University of Oregon. Ooh, not a great touch there from Zynga. He completely misses it. Zynga realizing that he needs to step it up. T-Bait's on a fake. Plays off of Leland, and Zynga's there. Still slowed down here. Lowtech thought there might be a bit of a play here. He will slow it down. And we're seeing something from LSU we don't usually see. They're slowing this play down like crazy. They're basically throwing a changeup.
Yeah, they are, and I think it has to be attributed a little bit to how Oregon is really starting to switch things up on them. They're seeing a little bit more of that ball on the blue half here. So LSU's just slowing it down, playing the fakes here. However, it's not going to stop Oregon from playing so aggressively.
That's what I think we need to see. Some demos would come in handy, I think, just to mess up LSU's rotation. Now, they can adjust on the fly, like you've said before, and one demo doesn't usually mess them up. If kind of had to double demo them as Leland takes a shot, it'll be wide, and T-Bates carries it out. One-on-one. T-Bates, Zynga, Escapee just kind of keeping it there. Lowtech has to fight around with his teammate. Check comes through! That's a big bumping through.
And LSU, they're so aggressive on this play. Bumps galore. And actually, we saw T-Bates bump Lowtech. They put him into position. T-Bates bumped Lowtech into the net. Lowtech is able to turn around and bump out the goalie. So it's just really funny how some of these plays are just able to come to fruition.
Sometimes it's that heads-up play that'll net you one. As Lowtech towards the net, Skippy is there. Good read by him. He's trying to carry this one out. Can't get the double as Donnie. One-on-one with Zynga. Skippy was there just in case as Leland carries this one through. T-Bates doesn't get the touch he was looking for. But again, the University of Oregon kind of leaving one to dry as Zynga can't get on top of the ball to send that one towards the net. And all three LSU players were in the net at one time. That's a great time to take a shot. Unfortunately, none comes through. We'll take a great clear. We're coming up here on halftime. Starting to see a little bit more offense from the Ducks, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're just trying to draw out the defender. They're playing kind of sort of that basic. Leland? Yeah, right there. I had to wait for it.
Yeah. No, I can see where you're coming from here on this play, but right here, it's just really awkward to see that ball just float around the net. T-Bates was almost there, but you don't really get those opportunities. So, of course, Leland having to capitalize on it, and actually it's a great point to bring up. I've seen now a couple plays here from Oregon where they had potential shots on net, but just no one was able to finish it. So I'm glad they were able to do it there, because there's not so many opportunities that they can get from LSU. They have to really capitalize on every single one.
And that kind of goes to the point that I was trying to make it about about the Ducks, I should say, and how they're trying to just draw out the defenders more than anything else. They're not even taking a shot until they draw out the defenders, and that shot right there needed to happen. Leland with a decent heads-up play on that. It was tough, but he managed to make it work. His T-Bates might find his way through. Lowtech finishes that one off. It was a duel in the orange zone.
Yeah, it really was, and T-Bates did a fantastic job to get this one past Leland and Zigna. I don't think he even realized that ball was about to flow by him. I thought he was gonna be able to get that clear. So, man, this LSU, they play mind games so much, and they'll get that ball past you no matter what. Under 2 minutes left now. LSU with the lead. Gotta be a little worried if you're Oregon.
A little bit. I mean, it's only a 1-goal lead. Got some time. but Oregon do need to kind of step on the gas here. But that's one thing LSU is really good at, among a lot of things, is controlling the pace of play. And this is their time to shine when it comes to that particular skill set. We're already seeing a lot of air plays, just throwing the ball up in the air, allowing it to bounce. Not even going for that was Donnie. It's actually a great move. Just let it bounce. Let it waste a couple of seconds, although this is dangerous. Nobody in the backfield as they all swarm. Tiger swarm?
Tiger swarm, hey, that'd be scary to see in person.
Right? Imagine being a player and you got 3 tigers coming at you.
Yeah, and they're pouncing all over the place too. They can get anywhere on the field. That's what's so scary about LSU. These are so talented players. Like, just playing with T. Bates alone, just seeing him, like, I just give him the ball anywhere in the field and he would score. That's how deadly he is.
Oh, Leland, risky play to send that one away, but it worked out well. Now it's Donnie and Leland. Leland gets there first. Zinga, nice pass up, but Zinga's going to have to go off the wall. Challenged by T. Bates, gets past one. Zinga can't get that second touch. It should have sent it to center, but Skippy is there just in case. Bumps out low tech, so it's not strong. Leland pops. It's bumped, and Zinga can't finish it off. His teammate's just kind of floating there. Send that one into the corner. Donnie getting the flip reset. Not quite. Teammates had to come in to save it away. Just cutting off the shooting lane. Bit of a floater there, wasting the time. This is perfect play here from LSU. Teammates with a that's a tactical miss if I've ever seen one. As Donnie sends that one down. It'll be Leland off of the transition that touches the ground, and LSU with the sweep of the University of Oregon Ducks. We didn't expect a sweep, but I would like to say those last 2 games were very close.
They were,
and very entertaining.
I absolutely agree with you on that. Actually, you have to give the Oregon Ducks like so many props for this series because they really came back after game 1. They realized, hey, like, this is LSU. We have to play tough. LSU is honestly one of the best collegiate rocket league teams, in my opinion. At least because whenever someone asks me, like, who's the best team in collegiate rocket league in the scene, first team that comes to my mind almost every single time is LSU. I mean, you have your other teams too, like NEU, U of A, so many great teams, but LSU, for some reason, they have this magic about them. And they're all 3 great, talented players. So the only thing is, like, I want to see them personally succeed a little more because there are a couple times in a bunch of different leagues where they get close, but they just miss out just a little bit. But I think that really motivates them. So I expect great things from this team, and especially because they've stuck together for so long, they can really make it happen. On the Oregon side of the field, I think that this was an excellent series. I think they're going to drop down to, I believe, second place in this group, as both these teams were undefeated. But that's something to be ashamed of. This is a very, very challenging team. So take this loss and learn from it. That's all I have to say about it, because you're not going to win every single series.
No, you're really not. And even if they go down to this one particular game, they can still hold their heads high. And there's a lot to learn from all 3 of those games. Many adjustments can be made. And I think that right there was probably the most beneficial game that they've played.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much in the whole conference play setup so far. But I believe... What's that?
I was just going to say, if you keep playing better teams, you're going to get better yourself. So I think, again, like, losing is a great learning opportunity.
Especially when it's close like that. If it's close, then you have a chance to really analyze the things that you've done compared to what you should have done. Maybe start to make adjustments, communication things. We've seen a little bit of that from the Ducks. Stuff to work on in general. The mechanics were there. I think it's fair to say that.
Yeah, the mechanics were there. A couple of times I saw some misses, but, you know, I would rather have mechanical errors over mental errors. So I think overall, it had really good rotation, everything as well. Just LSU took a lot of control of the tempo, and that's when it gets a little dangerous. You can't let your opponent do that to you. And right there in game 3, LSU started out slow, maybe a little different. Maybe they didn't want to start slow, but they ended that game playing fast. And that is so tough as a defender. When your opponent starts off slow and they start to speed things up and you can't keep up with that, that's when it starts to lead to some problems. So again, Oregon, plenty of opportunities left, but I think that was a great series. That was fun to watch. That was fun to cast, too.
Fantastic, yeah.
Shame it's a sweep, because I would have loved to go all 5 games. But hey, you know, it happens.
That's kind of just how it goes, and at least as a viewer, I almost said unfortunately, but it's great for the teams because
It
they
is great for the team,
they
I guess. They got to study. They have
they
class
got to
tomorrow.
study, they got things to do, of course. And okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and throw it to a break, guys. We'll be right back. There's gonna be an interview. We don't know who it's gonna be.
Ooh.
Surprise.
Let's go. Oh, it's going to be T Bates.
Uh-oh.
We'll be right back.
Had the lead in this series. Here is Sunblaze for Rochester, looking to the center. Mimikey going to take out Randy on his way out of the zone, but White Bark can't get to that, and that means Richie's playing up. Richie all by himself, trying to buy some time here for Camille. Camille, though, little hesitant, going to wait back, playing defense.
Ooh.
You can see they didn't want to get scored on, but everything they didn't want to happen happened in the form of Sunblaze.
Yeah, Sunblaze is seriously popping off this series. Like, are you kidding me? He's doing so much on the offense, getting the bumps, getting the solo plays, and right now, really starting off early for RITs. They look to get this sweep.
Here is Rochester continuing the attack, but oh, there it is!
Ooh.
Just like that, Randy out of nowhere. Rochester have the offensive presence, maybe a little complacent as all three players are past the midfield line.
Yeah, indeed. It's actually almost the exact same situation as in Game 1. White Bark just pushed a little too far up. I think he might have been the third man on that one. Instead, that ball goes right.
Not a lot of control, so he moves it to the corner. Smart move. Gorux challenges. That's a pass, and Insomnix is right there. Insomnix lays off on that play. I think that was a good idea. There was some good defense going on here. They just weren't quite ready to advance, and now they are.
Yeah, a nice little clear would do wonders for them. They do seem to find one right here, and that one actually might find its way into that net. Gibbs is going to lob it down, crossbar it in. I really
got the
feel like-
lob wedge.
The lob wedge. Come on. Dude, nobody knows your golf terminology. Get out of here. Golf is for lame-os. You're a lame-o, ninja.
How dare you? I'm an old man.
Deal with that.
It's KO. Nice dunk. 30 seconds left, Squid. I think we're going to see a bit of an overtime here. Oh, maybe not. Pank towards the corner. Oh, Sonics get the touch. KO challenges, and Gorax Go manages to make his car as wide as possible and sends it away. Tense moments here in Game 1. KO towards the corner. Good move. Maybe force the overtime. I think would be a good idea at this point. He's kind of struggling with control. Gib towards the center. Insomnix is up. Gets the touch in.
Textbook play right here, especially finding that upper corner. Very important place to put that ball. And a great 1-2-3 play. Gib playing on that corner wall. Not somewhere you see players often, only if they have good chemistry that you really need to make those kinds of plays work out. So, nice play there from UW. They have the lead here with 2 seconds on the clock. VT are able to keep it alive, but it will...
This is Game 3, so Waterloo could close out the series here this time. Oh, drop pass. Funkadelic Kitten drop down. Gorax Go with a stab. Hank, can he do it? Yes, he follows through.
Nice double tap here from Pank. I'm not certain if this one was calculated or not, but the fact of the matter is that the ball went in. Good drop pass, as you mentioned, but count on Gorax Go to make use of that experience and understand what exactly is happening. He's not going to fall for that one. He's been on the pitch with some of the very best. We're not going to see him let that one go through so easily, but Virginia Tech does manage to push it through. They're looking for another one right here. Pinches straight up and down. This might be dangerous. Funkadelic Kitten for the finish and puts that one on through.
Yeah, and you can tell right here as both Gib and Gorax go for boost. They didn't call out the save at all. If one of them had called that out, the other one would have been there for that second shot.
Ninja Rider advocates not studying in favor of playing Rocket League. I don't. I've had experience with that. It does not work. Trust me. Trust me. It does not work.
Take it from the guy who actually went to college.
Whoa, great. What a save! Are you serious? Insomnix. How did he get that away? I
Like
have absolutely no idea.
that right there. It's a nice little pinch there. Pank didn't get the angle he was looking for, and with Insomnix right there, it just pinched straight up. Didn't have a lot of momentum on it. I think that might have been killed by the post itself.
Everyone, we have a special guest tonight with us after the game, after that stream, after that 3-0 sweep. It's none other than LSU's very own T Bates. Tyler, how you doing?
Doing great, George. Great. Had a nice warm-up session with you and ranked, and just carried that momentum onto the series. Yeah.
So going into this game, you were telling me about how this is going to be a very close one and how you know this is going to be a very good one. So what were your thoughts going through this series, especially after game one where you won with a dominant, I believe it was like 5-1 fashion?
I've been hearing good things about Oregon. They've I believe they made CRL once again. They're gonna be one of those top 16 seeds in the West. So I heard good things about them. And we beat them 5-1 first game, but we had the ping advantage by a large margin. They have one guy working on like 128 and a couple of 90s too. So we switched up the servers and the games got closer. So they're good.
All right. So I have Ninja Rider off screen.
Oh, hi.
If he wants to ask you any questions, I have more for you. But Ninja, please, if you have anything.
You know what? Please elaborate. You're on a roll, buddy.
Me?
No. I'm talking to Mr. Meaton.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
Keep going.
So going now. You guys are now 5-0 in league play. Do you feel pretty confident you're going to go undefeated here in your conference?
Yeah. We can't go undefeated, but we've done that in CRL too. It's not really about the regular season. You got to produce in the playoffs when the money's on the line. So that's what we are going to be focusing on. No chokes.
No chokes. And you were telling me earlier that you have a certain clip, right, where you use it for motivation. Can you tell us a little bit about that for our viewers?
Yep, it's the last 15 or so seconds of Game 4 against USF when they eliminated us. I'm aerialing, freestyling with no hope. I remember it like it's yesterday. And then I land and I don't move. The camera stays on my car for like 2 seconds. Then it switches to Logan's for like another 3 seconds. And I could just feel our disappointment, anger, sadness, and all that in one clip. And I look at that every once in a while to motivate me to make sure that doesn't happen again.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I remember that moment. That was pretty brutal, but it honestly looks like you guys have moved past that quite a bit. The way that you guys are rotating nowadays, and mind you, it's been a little while since I've seen you guys play. It's almost like a whole different team. Have you guys made any adjustments at all? I mean, it's like you never lost a beat from when we first saw you guys back in the CCA days.
Well, to be honest, I think that was our second or third time playing as a team together. I have personally been playing a lot like a 6-man and stuff just to improve my individual game, my rotation, especially now that the rank X guys can queue rank A. I've learned so much about rotation just these last month or so because they're so fast. They cut everything off. There's no space given. And that's what I've been trying to work on. Logan queues it sometimes too. And then Michael plays on the side. But I've also worked on my attitude, trying to make sure things are all positive. Sometimes I could be pessimistic, and that's not good. That's not good. So
yeah, we all know Rocket League is definitely a mental game, almost more than even a mechanical game than anything else. What do you got, George?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually going on with that mentality, that positive attitude, you took a little break from Collegiate Rocket League for a little bit, Tyler. How did that affect you going into now this spring season? Like the team's all refreshed. Do you think that helped a lot?
Yeah, I personally need a mental break. I can't answer for them. I would assume they would too, especially since that was 2 years in a row of real heartbreak. I can only imagine 2 years in a row. And so having that taking that step back, mentally refreshing. And now that Corey and have announced another CRL spring, we got another shot. So hopefully we can do something with that. Same thing in this league too.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. No. Anyways, I think that's it for me. Ninja, do you have anything else?
No, I think we pretty much covered it, man. Good job today. Definitely look like a whole different team, and it looks like you guys are playing with a lot more confidence than I've ever seen you guys play, even last season CRL.
Thank you, Ninja. We'll try to keep that going.
Heck yeah, man.
Good luck, Tyler. Thank you so much for coming by and for playing that series. Congrats to you guys. You guys have improved to 5-0. We'll see how you guys stack up next week with your next matchup. So take care and have a good night.
Thank you, George. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, guys, I think that pretty much